Next, we have item 15, 2018 sewer collection system rehabilitation, various locations for the project, approval of plans and specifications. Ben Moody.
All right, so this is a kind of follows on the tails of the wastewater bonds, but what I have before you is a project. We have a rehabilitation project. Annually, with the rates, we program about $1 million into our CIP program for maintenance on our collection system. And with that, annually, the crews perform annual maintenance around the city through video camera and just call outs on where we're having problems. And we've made a priority map of where we're having a lot of issues. And so these projects before you are on that priority map where we're just having complete failures or need to be relined before we have a serious backup problem. And so staff has put together a project that's about $375,000. It's kind of a combination of newer technique where we line the existing pipes and then do some spot repairs, and then also some actual just dig up and repair. The pipes in some of these locations along Cluse Avenue and a portion of this Rockaway are just so bad that they need to be repaired. And a lot of that comes down to the original pipe type. This picture is hard to follow. What you should be seeing from the video camera is a nice round hole that you're looking through the pipe. But what we're really seeing is the concrete pipe, due to the age and the environment of the gases, just cracking and falling in. Mm-hmm. And so that's where it leads to a project that we can't clean it because the cleaning equipment blows it apart. And then it also clogs, and just we run into a lot of issues. So here before you is a project that we want to authorize to approve the plans and specs and authorize the bid and utilize existing funding for program revenue in the CIP budget. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Ben. Back to the council for any questions or comments or action.
Ben, what's to the mayor? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Ben, what's the you're just kind of off the top of your head estimate for how many linear feet of pipe that will need rehabilitation in about the next 7 years?
You know, this question came up the other day, and I looked it up, and now I'm looking at Diane again. I want to say it was 230. Was that lineal or no? I mean, or what was? I'm trying to. The total miles of pipe. Yeah, I don't know how many lineal feet. I'd have to look it up, but I'd be happy to.
It's a couple miles of pipe.
Yes,
it's going to have to get
definitely
lined.
Miles of pipe. It's up in the 200 plus range of miles of pipe.
Right.
Wow, that's a lot.
And our system is how large in kind of total, just a ballpark?
You know, our system, so I mean, the city limits is about 15 square miles, and it pretty much encompasses the majority of the city.
You're looking in terms of what?
Just how much pipe we actually have out there in sewer.
That's what I'm talking
Right.
about. Literally like 230 miles of pipe, total of pipe. And we're looking at a value, it was maybe 400 million? You too many trivia questions for me tonight, but I'd be happy to look into them.
And the only reason I ask them, Ben, is so I can make this point, that Yuba City does a very good job of making sure that the system is maintained, that it's in good shape, that it constantly, if it needs repair, it gets repaired, and we don't run into any significant problems or unknowns through the systems that we use and the camera technology that we use to make sure that those repairs are done. So,
absolutely, the intent with the rates is to be proactive and not continue to kick the can down the road until you get to a position where we have the complete failure, where the cost is just substantially more. And so, in that effort, unfortunately, it causes rates to be increased. But it's a balancing act to try to be proactive. So ultimately, we're saving taxpayers money in the long run.
thank you.
Right. Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Okay, do we have an action?
I'd move to approve the item.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Great, thank you. Ben, don't go anywhere.